5 seconds away from the end of quarter number 1. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, Michael Barkan at Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. Big crowd watching the Fire and the Barcelona Dragons in this World League semifinal playoff. From the 20-yard line, Harris with a stiff arm trying to get outside and did. Got about 4 yards out of it before Quast knocked him out of bounds to end the first quarter. On a gorgeous night in Birmingham, Alabama. There have been some heavy hits, but no score yet at the end of one. The Barcelona Dragons and the Birmingham Fire, and no score. We'll be right back. We played one in Birmingham, Alabama, and no score between the Dragons and the Birmingham Fire. Birmingham with the ball offensively with a 2nd down and 6 at their own 24-yard line. Eric Jones at the controls. That's Avery in motion. The play fake. Jones with time, now running out of it. And also running out of the pocket where he got crunched. Ron Getz, the linebacker, along with Mike Ruth, the nose tackle, there to meet him. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is what it feels like to be chased from behind
and hit from the front. Good lick by Getz. 3rd down and a long 4. Eric readjusts helmet cam and his chin strap and works from the shotgun. And it looks like the right side of the line jumps.
I think Iniguez jumped again. He's having a little trouble listening to Eric Jones this evening.
Ball start 52 on the offense.
You're right, it is Iniguez. Maybe worried about Bruce Clark over there, huh?
It looked like they're playing
3rd and 8. 3rd and what?
3rd and it'll be 3rd and 10, coach.
All right,
3rd and 9. 3rd and
572 option post.
Let's go.
572 option post.
572
That's the offensive call for a drop back pass from one of their receivers. You got 5 receivers now, no running backs, no backs in the backfield to give blocking protection.
Boy, this is a different look. Everybody go out, I'll find you. Jones found the wrong man. Glenn Cobb, the safety, with the interception and back the other way for Barcelona. All the way to the 16-yard line of the Fire. Glenn Cobb out of Illinois with a 24-yard return of Eric Jones' interception.
Tell you what, Eric Jones got leveled as soon as he threw that ball, and there's no question that that had a little bit to do with knocking that ball off of its accurate throw by him. He just got sandwiched, it seemed, between Ruth and Clark. You can see right here, he steps up in the pocket nice, and Ruth and Clark just absolutely take him apart, and you can see that ball come fluttering out of his hands. It's a nice play.
First interception of the season for Glenn Cobb. Picked a nice time for it and got it back to the 15 where it's 1st down at 10. And here comes Jim Bell breaking tackles. Spins his way to the 6. What a run. And Bell already with over 50 yards on the ground tonight.
So if there's one story for Barcelona on offense, it's Jim Bell. I would just keep giving him the ball. He's having a heck of a night thus far. 52 yards on 6 carries.
Former Boston College star, and of course Jack Bicknell knows all about him. And look at these moves. Paul Palmer, one of the star running backs in the World League, was injured at midseason. This guy took his spot, and there's what he's done tonight.
For zone.
Yeah, zero's good.
Let's just
Right
pop
up.
0.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Tell him hold the ball. Let's go. Wait for a second now.
It's 2nd short.
No, double. We'll go double. We'll go 0 out of double.
Just call
make
it and
sure
run
the
it.
handoff now with the thing.
Call it and run it.
All right, got it. Double right. 0.
Quick.
Hey, Scott.
Quick.
We're listening to Dick Curl, the offensive coordinator, right there with the glasses.
Go double right 0 on quick.
Now, Dick,
When he says on quick, he just means a quick snap
you'll
count.
be at the 5 or closer.
Our guys are jumping.
Okay?
You're better off on 1, you're saying? All right. He says the noise makes problems for him.
All right. Okay.
What he's talking about there is he's saying that Scott Ernie is saying to his offensive coordinator that
All right.
the noise of the stadium is difficult for his offensive lineman to hear his call, so he's not going to call it on a quick count. He's going to run it on a single count, meaning that he'll go into his normal cadence to relax everybody and then snap the ball. The last thing you want to do down here, again, is make some sort of mistake. You do not want to create an offside. You don't want to fumble the ball. You don't want to throw an interception. You've got 3 points right now, right here.
And of course, that's what they did in the first quarter with Ernie's fumble at the 1-yard line. So they didn't want to blow another golden opportunity at the 5 of Birmingham. 13:32 to go in the first half. Scoreless at Legion Field as the dark clouds and some bolts of lightning. The Orlando Thunder ought to be here to play in this game with the weather we have coming over the stadium right now.
Well, it was a beautiful night at one time, but
It sure
I'll tell you,
was.
it really does look threatening.
There's a good look at what we have rolling, we hope, around the stadium.
Actually, you know, there's no air conditioning in this booth, so it actually is some welcome relief.
Jim Bell, a single setback, so we expect him to get the call on 2nd and short, and here he comes. But this time, the Fire there to meet him, Junior Jackson, the linebacker.
I'll tell you, every time this Fire defense seems to be down, they rise to the occasion and they make a big play.
Naked slam.
3rd and 1, Dick.
Yeah.
Now he's backing up. 3rd and 2. I don't know where he's going to put it down.
He says the play is a naked slam. This should be a fake handoff to the running back, and Ernie should come out to his right, I believe.
I don't know if I want a quarterback that's a little shaky health-wise running the ball. He throws it and almost intercepted. Tracy Sanders is there. So is Gene Taylor. And Demetrius Davis was in the general vicinity.
So it looked like it hit Gene Taylor right in the hands. It kind of surprised him a little bit. Sanders looked to be slipping on the play, and it seemed to hit Taylor right in the hands. Let's take a look. Here comes the naked. Here comes the fake. Try to get the defenders all going one way. And look at that. Actually hit Taylor right in the knee.
Got down to a little pool shot down there at the goal line. Bonk, bonk, triple. Field goal. 25-yarder by Massimo Manca is up and good. Our first score of the night comes about 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the 2nd quarter. 12:10 to go till halftime. The Barcelona Dragons in this World League semifinal on the board first. Eric Mitchell, a little seam on the sideline. No, I don't believe it. He'll score. 97 yards and a touchdown. Back at Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama, with the Barcelona Dragons capping an 8-yard drive in 4 plays. They didn't get much, only a 25-yard field goal. And now they kick away to the Fire and kick it out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Brad, Barcelona's had 2 great opportunities and have only come away with 3 points. The kind of thing hurts you later on in the game.
You have to credit the Fire defense, but you have to wonder about the Barcelona offense. Been a little bit shaky.
Right now, if I'm wondering about anybody, I'm wondering about the Fire offense. They got to start picking it up now.
And the Fire offense will be on the field when we come back. 12:05 to go first half. We'll be right back after this. Sky's a little scary over Legion Field right now, as we are 12 minutes and 5 seconds away from halftime. And the Birmingham Fire in front of the hometown folks trailing 3-0. Elroy Harris, big hole off the left side. Harris with room all the way to midfield. 14 yards for Harris before Charles Fryer could pull him down. Let's go to Michael Barkan. Bart.
Hey, Brad, I'm with Eddie Money, the Money Man. He sang the national anthem, and I understand you're a World League nut. Tell me about that.
I'd say I like Birmingham a lot because, you know, I'm into Barcelona. They got a really good team. But Eric Jones, I thought he should have got the Heisman Trophy. He's from Vanderbilt. And my in-laws are here today with my wife and my 3 kids, and they're from Nashville.
Now, I understand you sang the national anthem. That was all you, right?
Oh, yeah, that was me all right. This ain't Whitney Houston. We did the whole thing live. Yeah.
now, if Birmingham wins, they go to London, the World Bowl. Can you give me real quick 2 tickets to paradise?
I've got 2 tickets to London, gal.
I'm going to hang out here the whole game. Back to you.
I love it. Eddie did a great job on the national anthem, and more so than that, that's a pretty good-looking family, I'd say, he's got with him here tonight. 2nd down at 5. Fire at the 46-yard line of Barcelona. The give inside of Kenny Bell, trying to fight for a first down, and he's very close. I think he's got it.
This is the offense we've been accustomed to now the last couple of weeks with Birmingham. They're utilizing Bell and Harris, both good inside and outside runners. Bell, a lot of times you'll see him out of the backfield into the passing end of things. I'll tell you what, this is the type of offense that Chan Gailey would like his quarterbacks to run. Just being very conservative on the ground, but using their abilities to get outside.
And a first down for the Fire. as Eric Jones looks over the Dragons defense at the 40-yard line of Barcelona. Takes the pitch and fires the slant to Boyer. And Willie broke a couple of tackles down the sideline. "22 yards later, first down, Birmingham."
Number 27, Glenn Cobb, has got to make that tackle on the sideline. Willie Boyer, we've seen him again come up with big play after big play. When it seems like he's down, he's going to keep going for you. Cobb has got to make this play right here.
Little collision there between Adrian Jones and Cobb. And a timeout coming up, as Eric Jones either didn't like the call or was running out of time. That was more like it, I guess, and a timeout for the Birmingham Fire. So Eric's going to go over to talk to Chan Gailey. He got a pretty good shot from Bruce Clark there.
So when you play Barcelona, you're going to see a lot of Ruth and Clark. I'll tell you that right now.
There's how the pass looked going, and there's how the sky looks over Legion Field. 3-0, Barcelona in front. That above the stadium looks like something that should be on the side of the Orlando helmets. Started off beautifully tonight. 3-0 Barcelona with the clouds rolling in, but the Fire on the move. They've gone 47 yards in 4 plays, and they get it down to the 16-yard line. Elroy Harris hit by Bruce Clark, who's done a whale of a job on the defensive front for Barcelona all year long.
Nice thing about this offensive series for Birmingham is that they've utilized their best players, Boyer, Harris, and Bell. And they've moved right down the field when they've utilized their talents.
They had only 23 yards rushing in the first game against Barcelona. That tells you how far their ground game has come in the last month. 2nd and 8.
Here comes the blitz, Brad.
Jones throws for Mobley, and neither guy turned around and didn't appear. Adrian Jones with him stride for stride.
What happened there? Jones read the blitz and wanted to get rid of the ball quickly. And Mobley, being a wide receiver, is not really accustomed to looking for the blitz down inside. And Jones threw the ball quicker than probably Mobley thought it was going to be there.
So here comes the biggest 3rd down of the game for Birmingham. Let's listen in.
How you feel?
Let's go. Right formation.
Sure.
Strike 999 dart. Strike 99. Ready?
You break the man cut?
999 usually means that all your wide receivers are going to be going down the field deep. And here comes, it looks like a blitz again by Barcelona.
There's a shot. Bruce Clark flags down. It was Michael Tanks that got knocked on his tank by Bruce Clark.
False start, number 67.
Oh boy, did he pay the price for that 5 yards, huh? This is one of these George Foreman roundhouse jobs coming up.
Watch out, Eric. Watch out. Watch out.
Right into the quarterback. Clark, who was, of course, an All-Pro with the New Orleans Saints back in '84. 11 years in the NFL and the CFL, and one of the gladiators still out here in the World League and still knocking people around.
That's a man who loves football, I'll tell you that.
25% on those 3rd down conversions. They've got the end around with Mobley if he can get a convoy in front. And he does, but I don't know if he got the 1st down. He's very close. I mean, real close. Maybe the length of the football.
Okay, that time Michael Tanks was out in front of that. And I'll tell you what, when big number 67 comes around that corner, he's looking for one of those defensive backs. Offensive linemen love to hit defensive backs. Take a look at this. Look at your right guard. They're all pulling out in front. And here's number 67 looking for him.
I tell you what, I love this. Chan Gailey's going for it on 4th and 1. As he turns down a field goal opportunity to tie it, now he's going to call timeout and think about it.
You got his feet, buddy. Expect that.
There's their 4th down conversions on the season, and they have just used their last timeout as well. And we still have almost 8 minutes to play.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
Let's eavesdrop.
Huh? Now you know different, right? You never know, okay? That's all right. You never know.
I know. That's all. I got to time out. I want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's the last one. What would sell it more? Look for the ball? You'd sell it run off 4, wouldn't it? Look for the ball? I know it.
Do I?
I want to make sure that you have the right play call in this particular play.
No, I wasn't talking about nothing.
Yeah.
The time I was talking about, we just need to try to get that first down. He had about that much. Try to, you know, something. You know what I'm saying?
He's talking about Mobley coming around the corner when you get that close to the.
Queen left.
Okay.
But
I was about to call
Queen left, 135.
Okay.
Talking about how he felt Mobley should have gotten the first down. When you get that close to the first down mark, you just got to sell out. You got to dive and try to make it. Here you heard Queen left, 135. It'll be a left formation. It should be an off-tackle play to the left.
135. Ready? Good.
Here it comes.
We'll see Harris probably off the left-hand side right here.
4th down and a yard. Birmingham trying to keep the drive alive. I don't think so. Ball is loose, but Birmingham covered it.
Oh. That's what you call a good fumble, Brad.
5-yard line, yes.
That's what you call a good fumble. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Wait, Coach.
They're going to talk about it on 4th down, whether or not you're allowed to fumble forward like that.
And if the guy that fumbled the ball is the only man that can cover it, I think that's going to be the call here from Bernie Kukar, referee.
4th down fumble. The recovery player did not recover it. First down this way.
There's your call. You cannot advance a fumble unless it's the guy that fumbled the football, who was Elroy Harris, and he's not the man that covered it. Stacy Mobley, I think, is the guy that gets on the end. No, it's Ross, the tight end, 82. That's a no-can-do, Boomer.
Not down here again. They're hurting themselves. Both teams have been hurting themselves down inside the red zone, inside the opponent's 20-yard line with fumbles. Kind of thing. And we talked about it at the beginning of this game, the turnover ratio for both of these clubs and how they like to force turnovers, and that's something that we've seen thus far tonight.
Now the Fire would love to have that field goal, right? But you don't know that at the time you make the call, as Jim Bell comes out to the 14-yard line.
I don't question that call at all, Brad.
I don't either.
This is the thing. It's a playoff game. You're at home. You're trying to, create something here in Birmingham, and you want to be exciting.
Yep.
Sometimes things don't go your way. Sometimes you're going to get beat. So I have no problem with that play call at all. You don't count on Harris to fumble like that.
2nd down and 6 for the Dragons, who lead 3-0.
Blue 19.
Ernie off the play fake, goes out in the flat, and Heish is all over Bell.
One of the reasons that you see the big hits by the linebackers, Brad, is because that they like to play a zone defense. And if players are running, the receivers are running into those zones, and they don't stop to give the quarterback a target to throw at, and they keep running through the zones, inevitably they're going to run into somebody at the end of that zone. And that's exactly what's happening tonight. You see the big hits by the Birmingham linebackers. They're very disciplined in their zones, and they're waiting for those players to come to them.
3rd and 6 for Scott Ernie. Almost intercepted by Junior Jackson. This Fire defense can really play the game. Punting time for Barcelona.
Scott Ernie caught a break right there, I'll tell you. That could have been nightmarish for him. Hits Jackson right underneath the chin strap.
Oh, you're exactly right. That's where it got him. Junior didn't hold on.
A lot of times in practice, I'll stand over there with the linebackers on our football team, just throw them the ball. They're not used to catching the ball.
Aguiar's punt backs up Henry to the 39-yard line, and here he comes to near midfield, where he got cut down by Glenn Cobb. 11-yard return on a 46-yard punt. That's the one Junior almost had. 3-0. Barcelona with 6:04 to go first half.
Last play of the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 6. Elkins has a man, and it's intercepted. Blockers. John Miller, and he could go all the way. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. Man.
How about that? As Bill McEntee called it, John Miller took it coast to coast for the longest interception return for a score in World League history for this Birmingham team. Helped him to the first team All-World roster. Eric Jones drills it to his tight end Phil Ross to the 45-yard line of Barcelona.
This is what we were talking about all night. When you're running in a zone, as Ross is doing at this particular play, he finds the hole and he sits down and he gives the target for Jones to hit. Smart play by those receivers. That's why guys like, you know, Chris Collinsworth last so long in the league, is they're smart. They find those opening seams, and they get in those seams, and they give us big targets to throw to.
2nd and 3. The single setback is Kenny Bell, who cuts back, and he's going to be short of the first down. And a guy that'd love to be playing in this game is with Michael Barkamp.
Paul Palmer, that's right. You're longer to be playing. You haven't played in 3 games. How you hanging in there on the sidelines here?
Right now, the stress is starting to mount. You know, the team's not doing as well as they should be, and I'm kind of dying to be out there.
Well, play Boomer Esiason for a second. Play analyst, okay? How would you assess things briefly?
We're getting opportunities, we're getting turnovers, and the defense is helping us out a great deal, but the offense really isn't bringing it like they should be. I think if the offense comes like they should, like we're capable of, I think we'll do pretty good.
All right, stop up to the booth. Back to you guys.
All right, well, his defense is doing it. Number 75, who's been the big hitter tonight for the Barcelona defense, Bruce Clark, with the sack on 3rd and 1. Barcelona's had some injury problems, and here's the list. Palmer on top of it, and Ernie, as we said, missed some time with a sternum and the shoulder. Gene Taylor missed last week's game with a hamstring. Edgerton an ankle, and Alford and Naposki would be a starting linebacker with a groin pull suffered against the Monarchs. So that's the long list of the walking wounded for the Barcelona Dragons. Kirk Maggio just hit it a mile in the air. Fair catch called for and taken just outside the 10-yard line by Thomas Woods. There's Naposki, and he is a heck of a linebacker. Led the Dragons in tackles. Talked to him last night a little bit. Said, are you going to be able to go? And he kind of gave me that, yeah, I think so. But really, deep down, he knew that the groin pull was just too bad. But he would like to be back in time for the World Bowl should Barcelona escape Birmingham, Alabama. 3-0 right now.
I'll tell you what, I like Paul Palmer. We had him in training camp last year, but unfortunately for him, we got Harold Green, a big running back out of South Carolina.
And thus, Paul was running against time in the Bengals training camp. That's USA, another world premiere movie this week. A time traveler tries to stop the assassination of President Kennedy. Robert Hayes stars in Running Against Time. Tomorrow night, 7/6 Central on USA. Scott Ernie near his own goal line. Going deep for Woods. Incomplete as Tracy Sanders is there stride for stride.
Great coverage by Sanders. He just outran Woods and got in front of him. Didn't give Woods an opportunity to go after that football. Good coverage that time by Sanders.
That secondary of Birmingham, Sanders and Hunter and Miller and J.R. Holland, has done a whale of a job for the Birmingham Fire.
Oh, they'll take some chances now back there, and that's when they get an opportunity to get burned against, I should say. But for the most part this evening, they've been right on the money with their coverage.
2 tight end set on 2nd and 10, and Jim Bell will try to cut outside, but he's cut down by Steve Heisch. Boy, Heisch isn't giving anybody any slack out there, is he?
Force right. 860 Jet Z.
860 will be a drop back pass.
On the block,
Yeah,
and he
see,
thinks
it's an
he can
inside
outrun him.
zone.
Ready? I mean, he can't
860 is a drop back pass.
Tuesday.
Tuesday means it's on 2.
Scott Ernie only 1 for 10 on the night. He's got a 3rd and 11 here. Fire, did they come offside? I think so. Might be a free play for Ernie as McGowan trying to track him down, and finally Bowick will hit him.
I don't know if that was a free play, Brad, or not. I'll tell you, this is the thing that you got to like about Ernie. He's a smart player at this particular point. He drew the defensive line offsides and then actually knew enough to get a first down. He was near the first down chains and did not run out of bounds. He's a tough kid, and he got the first down.
Got a dozen, needed 11.
Offside on the defense, penalty declined, first down.
You take the 12-yard gain in the first down, as Boomer said. Tony Bowick was the guy that jumped offside.
You know, Ernie might not be having a very accurate night, but I'll tell you what you got to do when you're a quarterback in this situation is you got to lead by example, and that's the type of play that you want to make as a quarterback. If you're not completing a lot of passes, you want to do something else for your team. You want to show your team that, hey, man, I'm still in this game. Don't worry about it.
He showed the guts tonight, that's for sure. Bad sternum and all. He's got his team a first down at the 22-yard line. Jim Bell cuts back, looking for a block. Doesn't get it and goes down to the 24. Tracy Sanders, nice open field stop. Gene Taylor, the wide receiver, trying to come back to get a block. Tracy Sanders, who played with Deion Sanders at Florida State. Leroy Butler was also in that secondary for Bobby Bowden. They had some serious players in their defensive backfield. So the Dragons now with 2nd down and 8 go with their 4 wide out look. Over the middle, incomplete. As James Henry, a late flag flies in. I think they're going to have a penalty on James Henry, as Thomas Woods was the intended receiver.
We have pass interference, number 45 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's probably the first mistake the Fire defense has made tonight, Boomer.
Well, you know, they're an aggressive bunch. This time he just arrives a little bit before the ball gets there. I mean, the offensive player actually has to have the opportunity to catch the ball unless the defender can really make the play. But is the ball catchable? That ball is not even catchable. I don't know about that.
Not unless you're Manute Bol or somebody. You don't catch that one.
Remember, the side judge threw the flag, and he probably didn't see the actual flight of the football. So it was a bad call.
Well, it's a break for Barcelona. They lead on the scoreboard at the 2-minute warning. The Dragons 3, the Fire nothing.
The World League on USA is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the World League, and by Allstate. For home, auto, life, and business insurance, you're in good hands with Allstate.
With Boomer Esiason and Michael Barkan, I'm Brad Nessler at Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. At the 2-minute warning, Barcelona in front, 3-0. There's been some offense, but there's also been some fumbles inside the opponent's 10-yard line. That's cost both these teams dearly so far in this one. A first down for the Dragons, though, at the 39 following the penalty. Jim Bell, quick opener. Out across the 45 to the 47, where Paul McGowan tracked him down. Pickup of about 8, though. It'll be 2nd down along 2.
This is where Scott Ernie can really make some havoc right here. He's got 3 timeouts left, about 1:40 to go in the first half. Just nice poise, be in the pocket, be aware of what's going on around you.
And keep giving it to Jim Bell, who's got 64 yards on 11 carries. Well, that time he didn't get anything. Darrell Phillips, the nose tackle, said hello.
Going to use one of their timeouts right here with 1:28 to go.
Phillips, who played at LSU. They call him Heavy D in the boys on that front line, he and his partners. And he's a little heavy, about 263 he just put into Jim Bell. It'll be 3rd down and a couple to go with 1:28 and a timeout on the field. We want to say send out our best wishes to our normal lighting director, Barry Dykus, who normally is in the booth with us, and his dad's in the hospital back in Charlotte. Was operated on today, and our thoughts go out to the entire Dykus family, Barry and Bob. We hope everything's going swell, guys. Hang in there. Chan Gailey, head coach of the Birmingham Fire, last 2 years as offensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos, and was born and raised in Americus, Georgia, which is not too far away from here. Same hometown as Dan Reeves, the head coach of the Broncos. 3rd and 2, Barcelona. Ernie to throw for it. Across the middle, a great catch. Davis snared it, and he's still on his feet to the 42-yard line. That was a good grab.
It's a nice throw that time, Ernie. This time it was against man coverage, and what you want to do is hit your receiver as he runs away from his cover man.
And get those hands way out there, Demetrius. What a great look from USA helmet cam, huh?
And the nice thing he did about that, at the end of that play, he got out of bounds. He struggled and got himself out of bounds to stop the clock.
At the 42-yard line, first down. Ernie to the air again, maybe. Got it short to Lydell Carr. Flags are down late in the Birmingham, the Barcelona backfield. Let's check in with Michael Barkan. Mark?
Brad, I'm with a woman who has a vested interest in this game, Suzanne Ernie, wife of Barcelona quarterback Scott Ernie. How do you feel when you see him on the field? I mean, my thighs have bruises because you're grabbing me when he's playing here. How do you feel?
I feel good until someone hits him. Then I feel a little upset. But otherwise, it looks good in those tight pants, and I come in to watch that.
Now, you are a correctional counselor at Camp Hill Prison. How do you deal with this guy, then? Is that easier to do? And football player types.
If they win, no problem. No, it's really no problem. He's not home that often, so works out well.
How often do you stay in touch? Obviously, the phone bills must be a little bit high.
They're very high. I talk to him 2-3 times a week. It depends where he is. And I write him letters, obviously. I just kind of address them. Scott Ernie, USA, they get there. But
all right, well, here we go. Back to you, Brad.
Jim Bell dropped for a loss by John Brantley. as the penalty moved the ball closer to the Birmingham Fire end zone, was roughing on Suzanne's husband, Scott Ernie. There's John Brantley, co-MVP in the World League.
Good job. He is scraping to the outside. He's reading the offensive lineman in front of him. Does a nice job.
I should say co-MVP on defense, along with Anthony Parker of the Knights and Danny Lockett of the Monarchs. Scott Ernie in trouble again. Scrambles out of it. Heading for the far sideline. Did he get to the first down marker? Very close. James Henry ran him out of bounds.
I think he got it.
And Suzanne Ernie probably just now exhaling as she saw her husband go out of bounds with a first down. I asked her last night. She and Scott were both in the meeting with us, and I said, once the football season's over, what's the first thing you two are going to do? And Suzanne said, his laundry. I thought that was a great line.
Let's go. So this is one of the plays, again, that he can make for this team. Even though he's not having a big night completion-wise, he can do other things for you, and that's a nice thing that you like to see from your quarterback.
The Fire's defense has made big plays all year. They need one here. It's 1st and goal, Barcelona. Less than a half minute to play in the half, and Ernie one-hops it, intended for Mike Hennon, his tight end. Steve Heisch was covering.
That was that naked play again, where he fakes the run to the left and then comes out naked with nobody in front of him for blocking support.
Mike!
Still 2 timeouts remaining for the Dragons.
Tough thing to do when you're running to your right and trying to throw back against the grain. But down here in the end zone, you want to keep that ball low because you don't want any tips. Tips come down here in interceptions.
2nd and goal. The lob to the corner, and he threw it away as Taylor was the guy out there. But excellent coverage again, and enough pressure that Ernie had to throw it out of bounds. Arthur Hunter was covering.
Another smart play by Scott that time. Just get rid of the ball. There's no sense holding on to it.
Rip. Snug. Rip the condor right.
880 Celtic.
880 Celtic.
Watch yourselves.
Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that is some kind of offensive play calling right there.
3rd down to the Condor, huh?
Here you go. Nobody in the backfield to help the blocking.
Birmingham thinks about a blitz as Ernie rolls right on 3rd and goal at the 6. Trying to set up now and goes back the other way. Touchdown, Barcelona. It's Thomas Woods.
You can't give somebody like Scott Ernie all the time in the world like that. They rolled him out into the flat where they were flooding the zone, and then he just had the opportunity to stand there for 4 or 5 seconds and throw the ball back against the grain while the backside receiver was running against the defensive grain. See, as he rolls right here, there's no pass rush on him. There's no pressure for him to release the ball.
Finally got some heat from Phillips, but it didn't contain him, and he could go back the other way to Woods as Monca's extra point is up and good. And Chan Gailey and the Birmingham Fire can only think about what could have been had they stopped this 3rd down. But instead, they give up a touchdown with just 10 seconds left in the first half, and now they trail by 10.
One of the toughest things for a defensive back to do is to try to keep his eye on a quarterback moving one way and a receiver going the other way, and that's exactly why Barcelona scored. 2
big penalties on that drive too, Boomer. Remember, there was first the pass interference that we thought was pretty questionable, and then the late hit on Ernie, the personal foul that moved it down close, and Barcelona capitalizes, and they've got a 10-0 lead.
The thing I like about watching Scott Ernie tonight is that he showed a lot of poise in that pocket. And even though he's not having or wasn't having a great night, he's probably picked up his statistics the last series or 2 here. He's kept his head in the game. He's played hard, and he's made some plays, especially big 3rd down runs for first down.
James Henry and Kenny Bell deep for Aguiar's kickoff. So they're just going to try to keep it low. Brantley, one of the up men, touched it and then left it for Bell. And Bell now with a little room outside. Kenny Bell got it across the 40-yard line with a couple seconds left and a flag. We might have a pass, rather a personal foul, late hit, which would move the ball into Barcelona territory if that's it. We'll get a look at the end of the play.
We have a personal foul, number 20 on the run back. 15 yards and first down.
Adrian Jones. Let's look. Ooh, I don't know. That one's a break maybe for the Fire. Adrian Jones thinks so.
He's just shaking his head saying, come on, man, that's not a hit. But, you know, anytime you're on the sidelines like that, it doesn't matter how hard the hit is. I think it's just the principle of it.
There's the principal
I don't know.
right there. I got a little face mask,
got a little
I guess.
face mask in there.
Time for one play.
Here comes the dreaded Hail Mary right here. All quarterbacks hate this play.
Trips left. You don't like it because of interceptions, but what if he throws a touchdown in the last play of the half? Jones.
Got to throw it real high.
Pumps up and airs out to the end zone. And it's intercepted.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't like it.
Glenn Cobb with the interception, and that's why Boomer hates that play.
We need to put HMs on our statistical record, Hail Marys.
And Glenn Cobb comes down with that Hail Mary. His second interception of the night comes in the final play of the first half. The Barcelona Dragons are perfect this year when they lead at halftime, 8-0. Reebok halftime report is coming up. We'll have the best of USA's helmet cam. You're going to see some great shots. We'll have highlights of the first half and a lot more. That's all coming up at halftime. The first half belongs to the Barcelona Dragons. They're just 2 quarters away from the World Bowl, but Birmingham has plans to come back. We'll be right back.
Open receivers and left the pocket. And as he approached the left sideline, that's where Davis was standing. Davis actually maneuvered himself to give a better opportunity for Ernie to hit him. Good job by Davis.
And a nice throw by Ernie, as helmet cam gave you the look up close. Now it's over the middle from Ernie to Bell, and Bell all the way to the 46-yard line. 13 more and another first down. John Miller brought him down, but Barcelona's got their offense in gear.
And the reason being is because Ernie did not let the beginning of this game affect him. The second half thus far, he's been on the money almost with every pass.
Right now, Dick, this will be the quarter if you wanted to run the clock out.
No, we can't. We can't because of the...
No, I mean the next play.
Yeah,
the next play.
Yeah, that's okay.
One play before they can let it run down. If they keep it on the ground here to Bell with a 2 tight end set. Here he comes, covering that ball with both hands. Got a short gain, and that's it. As McGowan and Brantley are there along with Miller. That's just about going to do it for the third quarter. Jack Bicknell with his Barcelona Dragons now just 15 minutes away from a trip to London and the World Bowl. Good job, guys. Time to fire up the Birmingham team. They need the torch, I think. They might have to put him in at quarterback sometime before this one's over. We played 3, and it's still 10-0 Barcelona. Birmingham Fire trailing as we enter the fourth quarter. 10-0 is the score, and they've got to get something going on offense, and thus far been unable to do it. And right now their defense being asked to play a good portion of the game against Barcelona, and they've got their offense going under Scott Ernie. Demetrius Davis out to midfield before he's hammered back. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, Michael Barkan at Legion Field in Birmingham. You want to go play quarterback for the Fire this last quarter?
No, actually I don't. I would like to see Brent Pease get another opportunity to bring this team out of their doldrums right now. But I'm really impressed with Scott Ernie and the way that he's playing. He's really taking his game to another notch, and he's starting to complete a lot of plant passes. And it all started by him leading by example. I can think back to when it was 3rd and 11, and he ran for 12 yards down the sideline.
3rd and 6 here. And he's going deep. Taylor out there, incomplete, broken up. Taylor tried to make the adjustment, but nice coverage back there defensively for the Birmingham Fire. So it'll be a punting situation. You just saw Boomer and I on camera, but you don't get to see a lot of the guys in the booth who scatter when they turn the lights on up here. And Barry Dykes is usually turning the lights on. Barry not with us, as I said tonight. Terry Jones, our booth cameraman. Bob Feller, our audio man, our stage manager, the guy we call the Mad Hatter, Dave Hatter. Chuck Gardner, our statistician. Miller Pope, our spotter. Those are the guys up in the booth. I want to thank them for a great year. Time to punt for Barcelona. Aguiar high and short. And out of bounds it goes near the 27-yard line, I think is about where they're going to walk it off. Short 21-yard punt. Luis says, I'd like to try that one again, but he won't get the chance. The Birmingham Fire on offense when we come back. They're trailing by 10.
Back at Legion Legion feel where some of us get a little bit hungry? We had the marshmallows, we lit the cigarette, now time for the little weenie roast here with the torch. Go ahead, baby. Oh my, you know, he's only supposed to let loose on touchdowns and extra points and big plays, but I'm hungry, so back to you guys.
And we can't wait all night for a big play either.
You got it.
All right. Don't burn up that Perry Ellis jacket, Barkan. At the 27-yard line, the Birmingham Fire. Let's see if they can get some offense mustered. They had it going for about 3 first downs before an interception last time. Eric Jones going to go down for a loss. Bruce Clark there again, number 75, the omnipresent defensive end for the Barcelona Dragons.
They played at cover 0.
4th sack of the night for Barcelona.
Right, 10 personnel, 10, let's go, 10. Okay, right formation. It'll be an X292 seam.
Eric Jones threw 4 interceptions in the first game against Barcelona, and more of the same tonight, I'm afraid. You think he's sick of these green uniforms?
I would be.
2nd and 13 from the shotgun. Eric got it complete. 2nd catch of the night for Motzkis. The German Operation Discovery wide receiver with a 2nd grab, shaken up a little bit.
Folks back in Germany will be able to watch him on Tele 5.
And they'll see him getting up slow. Still not up, in fact. It is a first down. Andre's still down.
We've met some of these Operation Discovery players over the weeks, Brad, and they've really enjoyed themselves. They've had an eye-opening experience, to say the least, to find out just how rough American football really is.
Sergio Visa of Italy, another of those. We saw him in the movies one night down here in Birmingham. Said, you know, I got the best seat in the house. I don't play that much.
All these guys have had a good time. Again, the experience for them has been, you know, unbelievable, and especially for the American players playing overseas in Frankfurt, Barcelona, and London.
Saw Cisco Marcos, the wide receiver for Barcelona, and Mark Pierce, a rookie from England.
Now, how come he didn't get with London is what I want to know.
I don't know. Temming, a running back who has not played tonight. Our Operation Discovery look for you during the brief timeout with the injury. Meanwhile, Birmingham with a first down. That one swatted down at the line by Ron Getz, the outside linebacker, and that's the reason he was on the World League's outside linebacker position.
Okay, let's go with a set left slot. No, hey, go doubles left, Ruby 269 Finn.
Doubles left, Ruby 269 Finn. 269, ready?
Eric Jones. On 2nd and 10. A lot of movement on both sides of the football there.
Usually what happens in an offensive huddle, Brad, is when you're going to change your snap count, meaning he's been going on 2 and 1 a lot tonight, but decided to go on 3 or 4 in that particular play. I'm not really sure. And your offensive linemen and tight ends are usually going on 2 all night long. You got to make sure that they realize.
False start on number 89.
You got to make sure that they realize that you're changing that snap count. One of the reasons you change the snap count at the line of scrimmage is to try to disrupt the pass rush of the defensive lineman.
Penalties killing Birmingham. 9th of the night. Mike Hinton trying to keep the hamstring loose. 2nd and 15. Jones, plenty of time. Boyer wide open in the middle. Willie Boyer trying to work some magic. He got to the first down marker. I think they're going to spot him at the 49, which is good enough for 16 yards and a first down. Willie Boyer on the night with 6 catches, so he's matched what he did against Barcelona in the first matchup against the Dragons.
12S is fine. That's it. That's good personnel. That's good personnel.
Watch Boyer here now. Sit down in the zone. Watch how he slows down right in there. Nice job by Boyer. Very heady receiver.
That's what you've been telling him to do all night. Find a spot and sit down and get the reception. He does at the 49-yard line. First down for Birmingham. Nice play fake. And the throw to Hopkins, a tight end. And it's going to be another first down at the 40-yard line.
Nice job that time by Jones, putting the ball right on the money. Somehow you got to keep this momentum going. That's probably the biggest problem for Gailey right now, Coach Gailey, is to keep this quarterback in rhythm like this and in sync. The nice thing about this offensive series is that you're moving him in and out of the pocket, giving him an opportunity to use his ability to run.
This is what they had going the last time they had the ball, and then on the blitz, Eric Jones got popped as he threw, and it caused an interception. He doesn't want that to happen again back in Barcelona territory. At the 40, here comes the blitz. And he got it away, incomplete, a one-hopper to Kenny Bell, and boy, did Getz deliver Eric Jones to the turf here at Legion Field.
Tough throw for Eric, rolling to his left and trying to get his hips around with somebody running after him. One of the things that defenses like to do in football is that if you got two good offensive plays back-to-back, they're not going to sit back there in a zone and not force you to do something. They're going to blitz and they're going to come after you. They're going to try to make you make a play.
For the first time tonight, we saw heat take its toll as Getz got the hit after chasing Jones, but he had to come off. And he looks like the heat on the field is getting to him. Jones throws out quick. Had a pretty good move down to the 35-yard line on the completion. And it's Motzkus again. Third catch of the night.
Okay.
See, Getz is feeling the heat in Birmingham. Not used to that up at the University of Minnesota.
Exit 292C.
Left formation. Exit 292C. 292.
9.5 minutes to play. Barcelona 10, Birmingham nothing. 3rd and 5 for the Fire. They got to keep it going. From the gun, Jones got it complete, but it's not enough for the first down. A big hit on Willie Boyer, his 7th grab of the night. He's about a yard and maybe even more short of the first down, and Eric Lindstrom got him right in the back.
Can't say enough about Willie Boyer. Anytime that ball's near him, you have a better than average chance of making a completion. He's going to go up and get that ball for you.
Here it goes, 4th down again.
King left. 125 base. 125. Ready?
You only get so many cracks on 4th down. 4th and 1. Birmingham's got to have it to stay in the game. Avery, I think he got it with second effort. Across the 30. If they give him a good spot, he's got it by the length of the football or more, and he does. First down. Nice second effort by the fullback, Steve Avery.
Set left slot, fire 139, look.
Let's go.
Fans back into it. Birmingham at the 29 of Barcelona. Look at how deep Kenny Bell is setting that backfield. About 8 yards away. Boyer, another catch to the 24-yard line. Got close to 5 before Adrian Jones put the stop on it.
That time Adrian Jones did a nice job of wrapping his arms around Boyer's legs. I think Jones is getting tired of seeing Boyer run around the corner.
Bear 137.
There's the story from Legion Field. Birmingham without any points, trying to get something out of this drive.
Down.
2nd and 5. Nice play fake by Jones. Avery's got it. First down at the 16-yard line.
This is the part of the field now, Brad, that Barcelona's defense is going to start taking some chances. They're going to try to put some heat on Jones. They hear you 383 press delay. It should be a little delay route over the middle, either to the tight end or to the halfback out of the backfield.
They'll have 2 tight ends to work, Ross and Hopkins.
One of these tight ends will probably be running a delay pattern.
There's what the drive has done so far. But if they don't get some points out of it, it really won't matter. Threw too high for Harris out of the backfield.
Actually, the back that ran a delay pattern in that particular play, Harris.
And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Sometimes, Brad, it's a little tough to negotiate for a quarterback. The receiver that is only about 3 or 4 yards down the line of scrimmage, because there are defensive linemen, offensive linemen, outside linebackers, and linebackers all mixed up in between he and the quarterback himself. It's a little tough to negotiate that throw.
2nd and 10. Just over 6 minutes to play. Eric Jones over the middle, got it complete. Moskos again to the 10-yard line. This could be an operation touchdown drive.
10, 10, 10, 10.
I don't know. I like Boyer myself. Get Willie back in. You can hear him saying, get Willie back in.
Willie's out. Right formation, strike 999 dart. Hurry.
Right formation.
3rd down and 4. Boyer hustles back into the huddle.
You know what it is?
He's caught 8 balls for 93 yards tonight. Boy, would he like a 10th one in the end zone, huh? Jones from the shotgun. Waits and waits. Goes to Avery. He made the catch, but he can't get to the first down marker. He stepped out of bounds. And now it's decision time again.
Actually, right off the snap, it looked as if Jones had Kenny Bell going right down the middle of the field for a touchdown. That's easier for us to say up here from our vantage point.
Chan Gailey didn't wait long to make the decision. Out comes the field goal unit.
Got to take the 3 right here.
5:20. And the clock winding down. Winlisle missed from 45 yards earlier. This is a 29-yard field goal attempt by the all-time field goal leader for the Auburn Tigers. And he's got the first points of the night for the Birmingham Fire. A flag down. Wait a minute.
Probably be defensive offsides, I think, Brad.
If it is, it should be a first down. An offside call against Barcelona, I believe, is going to be enough to give Birmingham a first down.
And I'll tell you what you do here. I think if it's offside and it gives you a first down, you got to go for the touchdown.
Definitely.
Got to go take those points off the board. Normally, I wouldn't say that.
Maybe not in the first quarter or something, but at this stage, when you're down to 5 minutes and you trail by 10, I agree with you 100%, Boomer. Maybe it is not an offside call. We don't have a preliminary signal yet from Bernie Kukar.
It's going to be offsides because it's going to be 4th and inches.
You
now
saw
what do you do?
You saw Bernie Kukar put his hands up as if to say, you're about 4 or 5 inches shy, guys.
Whew. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be the coach making this decision.
Neither would I, and the guy on the right of your screen will make it. That's Chan Gailey. Jack McNella, head coach of the Dragons, on the left.
You know, he's been right most of the time this year, Coach Gailey has. Hey, if there is somebody on this field that knows what the decision to be made, it's going to be him.
Here's the call.
The field goal is good. Penalty declined.
So they take the field goal for 3 and trail by 7. And there's the running in to the kicker on Winlisle. 10-3 with 5:05 to go. It was a good-looking scoring drive by the Birmingham Fire, but they'd love to have had it end with 7 instead of the 3 they got on that 28-yard field goal. 10-3 with 5 minutes to play, and here's the kick. Thomas Woods, a couple yards deep, will bring it out for the Dragons. And they're going to run him down before he can get to the 15-yard line. Nice job on the special teams, James Henry.
You can feel the momentum swinging, Brad, right into Birmingham's favor. It's up to Scott Ernie right now to put out the fire, if you will.
That's right. We've been saying all along with this Birmingham defense, you just seem to have this sense that they can still at least tie this game. Maybe they can't win it, but...
Well, we've seen 3 of their games thus far this year, and all 3, I believe, some sort of defensive scoring or defensive huge play towards the end of the game keeps them right into it.
Remember, they forced 37 turnovers on the year. 21 of those interceptions. Tonight they haven't picked one off yet. And Bell heads to the side, and Heish knocked him out, and Hunter put an exclamation point on it. It'll cost him the penalty. You want to be aggressive, but you don't want to tag somebody this far out of bounds, I guess.
Personal foul, number 24 on the defense, late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's a good call by the official. Got to be aware of where you are on the football field. And even more so, you have to be aware of where you are in the game. I mean, it's the 4th quarter. You got 5 minutes to go in the game. Your team just scored 3 points to put you in striking distance. You can't give the other team any opportunities.
And you may have until next February to think about it. If you lose this one, you're going home till the next World League season. At Barcelona, just 4:47 away from advancing to Wembley Stadium and World Bowl 91. Bell Goes for 3 or 4 yards off the right side. Let's go to Michael Barkan. Mike.
With quarterback Eric Jones, and you had a nice drive there, you settled for the 3. Can you drive it again and tie this game, or perhaps even win it?
I think so, definitely. You know, we had a pretty good drive there. We've had drives all night. It's just that was the only one we came away with some points. I wish we'd have came away with some earlier.
What's been the problem for this offense this evening? You committed several turnovers, to say the least.
We'll be all right. We're not worried about it right now. We're just hurt. Hopefully we can get the ball back, and we'll score next time we get it.
All right, back upstairs.
2nd and 7. Davis made the catch, weaving his way, trying to get to the first down. It gave some ground, and Heish is there, along with McDaniels and Brantley. And did you hear that? Oh, brother.
You, man,
and you'll see it, too, here in just a second.
These guys are something. It's exactly the way you want your linebackers to play, folks. You want them to be mean and nasty. Listen to this.
Ouch. Chan Gailey has said they may not be the best statistically, but with a game on the line, I'll take my defense over anybody's in the World League. 3rd and 5, Barcelona. Ernie.
Could be a delayed game here.
Oliver coming like a freight train on the outside, and all of a sudden the play was just dead. I don't know. Here's the call.
We have delay of game on the offense. Delay of game.
We couldn't hear the whistle. It got loud at that point, and now it is.
What do you got?
3rd down and 10.
860 Jet Z.
860 Jet Z. Beaver left.
Remember, Scott Ernie at the beginning of the season went about 3 games without throwing an interception. He's upheld that tonight. He's got a 3rd and 10 here, and you don't want to make a mistake now with 3.5 to play.
It's the last thing he wants now, Brad.
Ernie deep, picked off. And it's John Miller. Miller down the sideline. The first mistake of the night, and it cost Scott Ernie, and Miller took it 38 yards on the return. And a flag down at the end of the play.
Looks to be Scott Adams on Barcelona with a possible personal foul at the end of that run back by Miller. Again, we talked all night long just how good Birmingham's defense is, especially in the pressure situations.
John Miller, his 7th interception of the season. First team all-world player. Showed why on that one.
Again, they were trying to go down the sideline in that seam outside versus that 2-deep coverage. They had John Miller twice in the game earlier for touchdowns.
We got an illegal block in the back on the run back, number 62.
51 White, 72 Green.
We have personal foul, 51 White, personal foul, 72 Green. Both players are ejected for 2 plays. We have a double fall after a change of possession. The intercepting team will get the ball at the spot of their fall. First down this way.
The intercepting team has the ball. That's the key. And they spot it down at the 22-yard line. Here's another look.
And see, they've been hitting this play. Edgerton and
Taylor
have dropped the ball earlier in the game on that exact play. They try to run it again, and this time John Miller says, hey, you might be able to fool me twice, but that 3rd time I'm coming up with it.
And I thought they said they would spot it at the change of possession point, and so they're going to bring it back. And there goes a free 38 yards of return. Actually, now they say spot of the infraction. I beg your pardon. So they bring it back to the 41. Now we got it squared away. That hurt a little bit, and it gave up about 19 yards worth of that return. But still, here's what you want. You want the football at the Barcelona 41 with that much time left.
And I'll tell you, Brad, the rain has started to fall here.
John Miller with the big interception, and now can the Fire defense get it in the end zone? They've been unable to all night. Jones with backside pressure. The ball is loose, and the Dragons have the football. Brent White with the hit that caused the fumble. Or was it a fumble? Well, certainly Barcelona's offense is coming out on the field. We'll get another chance to see it. Was his arm in motion, Boomer?
That's a fumble.
Good call. And Eric Lindstrom may have just taken any remaining spark out of the flame here in Birmingham, Alabama. 5th sack on Jones, 6th turnover against Birmingham. Here it is from another look.
That was a smart play by White that time, going after the football.
Fans don't like the call, obviously, and now Barcelona can ice it if they can just play a little ball control. Jim Bell got it out where John Miller made the tackle. But into Birmingham territory at the 49. That's Brent White who made the hit that caused the fumble. And they are thinking World Bowl with under 3 minutes to go. And the winner here goes on to meet tomorrow's survivor between London and New York, New Jersey. They'll play for the 3rd time this year.
Blue 19!
That's going to be some game tomorrow. Those two teams just do not like each other.
They sure don't. 2nd and 4. Bell weaves his way inside short of the first down as McGowan and Otis Moore made the stop. And here comes another big 3rd down.
Birmingham calls timeout, stopping the clock with 2:23 to go in the 4th quarter.
The things that could have been for Birmingham. They fumbled inside the 5-yard line in the 1st quarter. They just gave up an opportunity to try to get back in this one by fumbling again. They trail by 7. A look on the face of the Birmingham Fire players tell the story. They trail by 7 with just over 2 minutes to go. And here's a big 3rd down for Barcelona. They only need a yard. They can start to ice this game away. And Bell's got it for him. 1st down. Needed to get just outside the 45, and he crossed the 45. He's up to 84 yards on the night on 21 carries. And he has done a workman's job out of the backfield for the Barcelona Dragons tonight. Jim Bell. Drafted by the 49ers, was on their developmental squad, and tonight he's one of the heroes for the Barcelona Dragons. 2-minute warning. Dragons by 7.
The World League on USA has been brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. By the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out. And by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the World League.
2 minutes to play. Legion Field in Birmingham, and Barcelona in command with a 10-3 lead and a 1st down. And Birmingham's down to 1 timeout left. And Barcelona just a couple of minutes away from a trip back across the water. They will go to Wembley Stadium to play in the inaugural World Bowl. All they got to do is hold on to the ball, and Jim Bell is doing that. And he is our KFC player of the game. Jim Bell wins our award tonight. Kentucky Fried Chicken will make a donation of $1,000 in Jim's name to DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program. With that carry, he's got close to 90 yards on the night. 87 yards now on 22 carries for Jim Bell. Another timeout, 1:48 to go, and Barcelona by a touchdown.
Here's Elkins stepping up in the pocket. 4th down, they need 10. He goes into the end zone. Oh, what a catch there by Colin.
One of the big plays for the Sacramento Surge this year. John Brantley just came up with a nice stop for the defense of the Birmingham Fire. The problem is the Fire out of timeouts as Brantley dropped Bell for a loss, and now Barcelona will bleed this clock for all it's worth. Scott Ernie with a touchdown pass tonight.
Make a 1st down. Double right, 5 zone directed. On 1. Ready?
3rd down and 9 is what Scott Ernie's looking at here.
Hurry up. Set. Blue 28.
Just wants a 1st down, as you heard him say in the huddle. Bell will not get the 1st down. And just over a minute to play. So now Barcelona will let the clock run down before kicking it away. Birmingham's going to touch it again, Boomer, but I don't know. They're going to be a long ways away.
They're going to take the leg.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take a miracle, I think. But you never know. Possible block punt here.
Line it up, line it up, line it up.
They'll take the delay of game penalty. Back up 5 yards more before punting it away. Jack Bicknell, 10 years at Boston College. And a lot of excellent teams there. And he's played at Legion Field before. Last time here was with Boston College. A 34-28 win over Alabama back in '84. That was their Cotton Bowl year with Doug Flutie and company. He says, you know, I got to get home. He says, my wife's bought a new car. We got a new dog. I got a new grandson who's 4 months old. I haven't seen any of it. So he's not going to get a chance for at least another week or so, it appears, with his team apparently on the way to World Bowl 91. One of the true gentlemen in this business. He's a nice guy to be around.
There's a punter here, Brad. You just want to catch it and kick it.
Aguiar just got it away. And he got away a nice kick on top of it. Henry's all by his lonesome now back at the 5-yard line. Not much help for James Henry. He finally got it out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. With 21 seconds left, the Fire needs 87 yards and to get it in the end zone. Here's how it's gone tonight. Massimo Macchia, the 25-yard field goal in the second quarter, our first score of the night. And then with 10 seconds left in the half, Thomas Woods on the receiving end of Scott Ernie's pass. Win Lyle with a 28-yard field goal here in the fourth. But that's all Birmingham could muster tonight so far. And now, as I said, from their own 13-yard line, they are 87 yards away from somehow, with a miracle finish, tying this game up. They're out of timeouts.
Toughest situation for a quarterback right here. You get it. 8 guys in the secondary. No timeouts.
Did Bell get out of bounds? Just barely. Had to do a somersault with the tackler, Ron Getz, just to get out of bounds.
Got to just hit the guys down the sideline. Hopefully they'll get out and they get one shot for a Hail Mary. This is the part of the Hail Mary that you never know.
Rocket 911. Left slot. Wide left slot.
Down to a couple of plays for Birmingham.
911. Rocket 911. Down.
You've got a miracle play in your book. Here's where you put it to use. Jones lays it up in the air. Motzkus is the closest man out there and almost caught it. Adrian Jones, that was close to being interference. I don't care how bad a pass it was. Motzkus almost had his 4th catch of the night. Jones is looking around as if to say, ooh, I'm glad there wasn't a flag in there.
Let's tee it up and hit it again.
Oh, boy.
That could have been interference, I'll tell you that.
That would have been a gutsy call, but it may have been the proper call. Who knows? Look at this one again. He's got his hand down on Motzkus. I guess you can't make that call, maybe, at this stage of a game and a season. But the ball almost became catchable for Motzkus. And 1 play left for the Birmingham Fire. Jones goes back across the grain to Boyer, who's had a big night. 10 catches and over 100 yards for Willie. But Jack Bicknell's the guy that gets the bat.
Hey, way to go, baby. We're going to the day. Oh, yeah. Way to go, baby. Good job. We'll take it, baby. We're good. Way to go, baby. Way to go, baby. Good
We're
job.
going to the dance. The dance is in London.
Good job, man. Good job. You guys played hard. You guys really played hard. Tough damn defense, I'll tell you. Way to go, baby.
I think Scott Ernie would echo those sentiments. Tough damn defense is what Jack Bicknell so aptly put it. But tonight, his offense and Scott Ernie was just 1 touchdown better. That touchdown pass just before the end of the first half. The winning coach, Cowboy Jack, is with Michael Barkan.
Coach, I heard someone say we'll take it any way we can get it. What do you think about tonight's win? Obviously, you're very pleased.
They're a darn tough defensive football team, and we had a couple chances and dropped a couple balls, and they played tough. But our defense never gets any credit, and they played hard as heck. I'm just happy we're going to the big game, and I couldn't be more proud of this group.
Talk to me about Jim Bell. He was our player of the game. What are your thoughts on the way he ran the ball?
Well, I love the kid. He played for me in college, and he's one of the toughest human beings I've ever coached, and I'm really proud of him.
At what point did you realize you were gonna get over that hump? Because they again played defense very, very tough.
I can't tell you I felt confident until it got real late and I knew they were out of timeouts. I thought if we had hit a couple balls and maybe it gotten 17 points, I thought maybe it went over, but they played really hard.
Now next week you go against either New York or you go against London. Which is the lesser of two evils?
We're just happy to be there. I really don't know. We've beaten them both, but we'd have to go and beat them both again, and they're 2 great teams.
Would you like to go through London then in that regard again, because they're the team that everyone wants to beat?
I really have no choice. We beat them in the last game, and whoever shows up, we're going to play. But these guys have played hard all year, and I'm really proud of them.
Real briefly, talk to me about the season you've had. We were talking before the game. You said it's been a lot of fun starting this whole league up. What's it been like for you being over in Barcelona?
Well, I believe in kids, and the guys I have on our team, I can really believe in. They're gentlemen, they're good people, and they're fun to be around. And we've been living together for 4 months, and we haven't been home in a long time. And thank God we don't go home for another week.
All right, well, congratulations, and we'll talk to some of your players in a little bit. Brad, back to you.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thank you, Jack. Jack said that the one thing he has trouble with in Spain, he says, I can't find a good candy bar. The only place they sell them is at the gas stations, and I don't drive around Barcelona. I tell you what, this must taste pretty sweet for him tonight. He's going to the World Bowl. 10-3, Barcelona wins it. We'll talk to some of the key players in tonight's Dragons win when we come back.